April 6th, 2020. While the world was locked in their homes, Hollywood launched a streaming service designed exclusively for people on the go. It had everything. $1.75 billion in funding. Steven Spielberg, Jennifer Lopez, LeBron James, the creator of DreamWorks running the show. 6 months later, it was dead. This isn't just a story about bad timing. It's about what happens when Hollywood ego meets Silicon Valley money, when yesterday's genius tries to predict tomorrow's behavior.
Jeffrey Katzenberg wasn't just another Hollywood executive. This was the man who rescued Disney Animation, who built DreamWorks, who'd made billions betting on what audiences wanted. His partner? Meg Whitman, former CEO of eBay, former CEO of HP, a Silicon Valley titan. Their billion-dollar insight was simple. People spend hours on their phones. YouTube proves they'll watch video. But YouTube is amateur hour. What if premium Hollywood content was designed specifically for your phone? Not just reformatted for mobile, built for it. 10-minute episodes, perfect for commutes, vertical and horizontal viewing. They called them quick bites. Quibi. The pitch was intoxicating. Disney, NBC, Sony, Viacom, they all wrote checks. Google, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, $1.75 billion before they'd shot a single frame. And the talent? Spielberg signed on. Guillermo del Toro, Idris Elba, Chrissy Teigen. They weren't just investing money, they were betting their reputations. Quick bites? Quibi? Get it? We're not competing with Netflix or Disney+. We're competing with Instagram and TikTok. Launch date? April 6th, 2020. What could possibly go wrong? 3 weeks before launch, the world stopped. Remember Quibi's entire premise? Content for commuters, for lunch breaks, for waiting in line. Suddenly, no one was going anywhere. But here's the thing. Lockdown should have been streaming gold. Netflix added 16 million subscribers. Disney Plus exploded. Everyone was desperate for content. Quibi's response? Double down on mobile only. I wanted to watch on my TV while stuck at home. The app literally wouldn't let me. It gets worse. Quibi didn't just prevent TV viewing, they blocked screenshots, blocked sharing clips on social media. In the age of memes and viral content, Quibi made it impossible to share. Think about that. Their stated competitor was TikTok, a platform built entirely on sharing. And Quibi's response was to lock their content in a digital vault. And what did $2 billion buy? Most Dangerous Game, a thriller chopped into 8-minute chunks, Flipped, a home renovation show where you couldn't screenshot the before and after. Sophie Turner's Survive, Chance the Rapper judging punk bands, 50 shows, some genuinely good, all trapped on phones, unshareable, invisible. We know what we're doing. This is premium content. It needs to be protected. In their minds, they were protecting Hollywood-level production. In reality, they were building a fortress around content in the age of the town square.
Week 1, 1.7 million downloads. Sounds good, right?
Except 90% were free trials, and most of those were because Quibi was giving away free trials with T-Mobile plans. Disney Plus had 10 million real subscribers on day one. Quibi had fewer than 100,000. By week 2, the panic set in. Emergency meetings, desperate pivots. Maybe we should allow TV viewing. Maybe we should allow sharing. We couldn't have known a pandemic was coming, except mobile viewing actually increased during lockdown. People watched more YouTube, more TikTok, more Instagram. They just didn't watch Quibi. The pandemic wasn't the problem. The product was. By June, just 2 months after launch, Quibi was in full crisis mode. Of those 1.7 million free trials, reports suggested as few as 8% converted to paid subscriptions. Quibi called this incorrect by an order of magnitude. Other analysts said 27%. The fact that nobody could agree on the real number, that tells you everything. The industry average, 35%, and they're transparent about it. The pivots came fast and desperate. Suddenly, TV apps were coming. Sharing was being enabled. Everything Quibi swore they'd never do, they were doing.
Is it fair to blame us for not predicting a global pandemic? The haters are going to hate. We're building something revolutionary.
But competitors faced the same pandemic. The difference? They adapted. Quibi's leadership spent more time making excuses and dismissing critics than fixing problems. September 21st.
just 5 months after launch. The Wall Street Journal reports Quibi is exploring a sale. The asking price, $500 million, a 70% loss for investors. October 21st, nobody was buying. Katzenberg and Whitman announced Quibi would shut down. Final tally, $1.75 billion raised, $2 billion including production costs. 6 months of operation. Sold to Roku for less than $100 million, and that was just for the content library. The employees found out they were losing their jobs the same way we did, from news reports. So what killed Quibi? The pandemic? Bad timing? Bad luck? No, it was something simpler and deadlier. Quibi died because its founders confused past genius with future vision. They built a product for the world they knew, commuting professionals with disposable income, not the world that existed. They said they were competing with TikTok while building the opposite of TikTok. No sharing, no community, no fun. As one former employee put it, we spent $2 billion to prove that Hollywood doesn't understand the internet. Most companies take years to fail this spectacularly. Quibi did it in 6 months, a sort of world record in destroying shareholder value.
The lesson isn't just for Hollywood. It's for anyone who thinks pedigree beats product, who thinks money beats market fit, who thinks you can force customers to want what you're selling. Because in the end, it doesn't matter how much money you raise or how many Oscars you've won. The customer always gets the final cut. If you want to witness more corporate postmortems, more billion-dollar implosions, more lessons carved from the wreckage of fallen empires, subscribe to Corporate Autopsies, because every empire falls eventually. And we'll be here to examine the body. Click subscribe and ring the notification bell. The next autopsy begins soon.